Okay, we're in our creator. Let's go down to the results. Here are all the questions that we've done and created. And under results, there are 2 result pages by default. So you could theoretically leave them as they are. There's one for a lower score, one for a higher score. But we want to give them that same character that we've created in the rest of the quiz. So using this as our basis, let's try and do that now. I want to add that image first of all. To add things, you always click on the add under the result page. We're going to media, and I uploaded it into my media library. So under movie quiz, it's this one here. Okay, I want to move it up. So click on these dots here. Let's put this one, let's put that below for now, so it's out of the way. And I want to make this score smaller. That's about right. Okay, then I'm going to keep moving this up. I want this one to be, in the background, so that's okay. Let's keep going, and probably the colors won't match now. So click on here, and you can click on this edit button at any time. And so I want to change the text color to white. How's that looking if I move this onto here? And I also want to fit it to the grid. How's that looking now? Okay, good. Now perhaps I can change the circle. Oh no, that's okay. I'm happy with that. I'm going to stretch the image out to the left and to the right, and also up, so it is really like a background. And we've got our message here. I'm going to use this phrase here, good job, your voucher is on its way. Referring to the email that I'll be sending to the email address that your audience put in the form. And I want to change the size to 20, so a little bit smaller. Yep, and I want to make it white to go on that light background. I want it to be a paragraph, not a heading, and I want it to align in the center. Okay, let's do this, and now drag and drop in the same way we did before. Want that to be in the foreground, so these buttons here are the ones you use for background and foreground. Okay, that's good. Maybe I can make this slightly smaller still. Good. Okay, what's next? We need this button down here. Choose your film, choose your seat. So to add a button, let's make the space go in a bit now. Click on add and click on button. By default it says click me. Either way, you need to click on the edit button here, and then you can put your message in here. And this is where your website goes. So, for example, your movie company, that would be there. And then it's up to you whether you open it in a new tab or keep it in the same frame where the riddle is, or in the same tab where the riddle is. I like opening it in a new tab. Okay, and then I'll just move this up slightly, and this one too. And then we can preview what we have. Okay, excellent. So I've got my page, and what you can see here is that we've also got a play again button, which is there by default. When we go through the settings later on, we'll switch that off so you can see what that also looks like. in the one I showed you earlier, there isn't a play again button, for example. That's up to you. But here it's in there by default. Excellent. So we've got one result page. Now let's make a completely different, well, not completely different, but a result page that's different for the other half of the audience who chose home cinema as their favorite place to watch films. So that we've got two different result pages depending on what they chose in that single select marketing research question, basically. So we're going to do the same thing again. So what I can do now is click on duplicate. So then it will just create exactly the same thing again, but I can change things around. So for example, this text here, for the other one, I don't want it to say choose your film, choose your seats. I want it to say find your movie inspiration for your home cinema, or something like that. And then you've still got a link to whichever part of your website you like. Perhaps you have one part for cinema tickets, one part for movies you can watch at home and rent online, for example, or buy online. And then you could have these two buttons leading to different pages. Open a new tab. Okay, so that's already different. Then I want to change the picture, so I'm going to delete that and add a different one. I'll move it up again. That's in the right place already. Okay, and this time I'm going to choose this one here. Okay, excellent. So I'm going to move that down because I'd like this message to be underneath. Oh, actually, no, it looks quite good at the top there. Let's leave it there after all. Okay, move that down and perhaps change the color to white as well. Not red, white. Apply. Yeah, looks good. So move this up and let's preview that now. Great. Okay, so you've got the same thing again, but targeted at that part of the audience. So we've got two different sorts of result pages. Each one looks different, and this one is targeted for the home cinema, this one is targeted for the cinema. And what I now want to do is duplicate them again so that I've got two for the cinema, one for a lower score, one for a higher score, and then two for the home cinema, one for the lower score, one for the higher score. So I can delete this original one and I'm going to duplicate that one and duplicate this one. So it saves you a lot of work because I've just got the same thing twice. But perhaps for the higher score, I can have good job. And for, oh, let's call that the lower score actually. Let's put good try here and good try here. And then for the higher score, we've got great job. Okay.